Okay, great. So could you please install the product? The installer is on the desktop, and it would be also great if you could comment on things you see, things you like, things you don't like, and so on. Okay, well, while it's being installed, I'd like to know that the alpha version of the product includes replication only.
Okay.
And we'll add the backup piece in beta, and it's actually installed. Any feedback so far?
Looks like it's easy to install, which is always good.
So,
Okay.
and yeah, so for this one, it's admin. So I'll take a note on default password. Okay, so could you please discover our infrastructure, and the host name of the first vCenter is 10.30. Oh, sorry, IP 10.30.50.8, and its login password is admin. Okay, so any feedback on what you see?
That looks pretty easy.
Okay, and could you discover the destination virtual center?
Okay.
Yep, as you wanted actually. So the IP address this time is 10.30.40.8, and login and password are admin. Okay, so you have discovered this one as well.
Okay.
And could you please now create a new replication job?
How about those guys?
Okay, yeah. And on that first screen, did you actually notice that you have protected not only the virtual machines under the host, but like the host itself? So that
Yes. Yeah, I noticed that.
great. So basically what I'm trying to say is that we will not only replicate what's currently on the host, but also new VMs that will appear on that host.
Oh, so if I added some more VMs, I wouldn't have to go back and edit the job.
Yeah, so it adds them automatically, replicates them automatically, and you certainly get notification that something has happened.
Oh, that's great, because, you know, when when you create a new, sometimes you forget to go back and do all the stuff that you need to protect it.
Yeah.
So, and the next step is then, I guess, what's...
You can choose a destination under external customers. So you can choose a cluster or a host under a cluster. It's like up to you.
Okay. So I could choose something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And do I need to then... Okay, let's see. And I guess, is this telling me that I need at least 32 gigabytes of space, right?
Yep, this is correct.
Okay, so then I would know where I needed to. Okay. And then, okay, that's pretty self-explanatory there too. Okay. And I'm always curious what's under the advanced stuff.
So in here, for instance, you can expand a disk and change a different data store for a disk. You can skip a disk, change the destination of virtual machine file, set a like individual data store for particular virtual machine.
Okay, that's good.
So like at the top, the idea, like our idea was to have the fast setup, like some defaults, so you don't need
Right,
to say data store 150 times, right?
right. Well, and sometimes too, you know, you want to just get started quickly on something, and then as you get more familiar with it, you want to go back and fine tune it.
Yep.
So that's really handy having those options. Okay. So I've got what I'm replicating, and I've got where I'm replicating.
Yep.
So that's good. Aha, schedule. Do I need to choose anything?
It's up to you. You can choose to run once a day or run several times a day. You can change the starting time, ending
Okay.
time, or no schedule at all. Yep.
Right. So we're just going to do this one, run on demand. Okay. And this is where you give it your name.
Yes.
And then some other things. Now, run in application aware mode. What specifically is that? Oh, well, I can click in there, see.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Okay, so good. I know what that is then. Okay. Oh, thin disks, yeah. Wow, okay. So we're just doing this like test job, right?
Yep, you can call it whatever you want.
Okay. And I always like compressing things. Okay.
And before you press finish, or
too late.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got this one set up.
Yep, and could you please run it since we have it ready?
Okay. And let's run the job. Oh, that's cool.
So, okay.
I like seeing this. I like seeing so I know what the process is. Where I am, that it's not just off somewhere doing something. I'm like, is it running? Is it not running? This is good.
So it's been like 20 minutes into the meeting since we first started to talk, and we've got it installed, configured, created the job, and ran the job. At this point, I'm very interested in hearing what is your first impression of our product.
I like this because it's very easy to get into it, but it looks like I can get as customized as I want to with it, so that offers me both options. You know, I'm one of those people, I do read a lot of the documentation and I poke into everything, but I don't want to have to, you know, read something the equivalent of War and Peace before before I set something up. And so I'm really liking this. It's both, you know, easy to use, it looks like, and very functional. So this will give me an idea of how I'm doing.
Yes.
On space and all. That's good. I particularly like that where it's giving me an indication of when I might be out of space.
Yeah.
That's good.
So this will be populated when we have at least one job run completed.
Right.
Well, and for space growth, we'll need some historical data. So we can display the replica size definitely, but
right.
As for out of space, we need some historical data.
Right.
And by the way, could you create a new group?
Okay. Create a new group. Let's see. Down there. Aha.
And could you move the job into that group? Okay.
Oh, okay.
And could you select the group that you have just created?
Uh-huh.
Now, this one gives you ability to group your jobs, and actually two
Oh,
things. So first is an
nice.
overview of your jobs. You could create a group that represents a service that consists of
Mm-hmm.
several VMs or location, like New York, for instance, on one hand, and gain like overview of it. On the other hand, you can run actions such as run jobs, stop jobs.
So instead of this test group, I could have, for example, if I had 3 data centers, I could set up a group for each data center if I wanted them
Yep.
to have different jobs. Or if they all use the same sort of jobs, but I had several different types of jobs, I could create groups for those. Is that right?
Yep, it's up to you. So it's
Okay,
like a
great.
free grouping to represent whatever structure you'd like.
Right, whatever works for my group, for my
Yep.
locations.
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
So the job has finished while we has just finished.
Okay.
You can take a look and give me any like feedback you have.
Okay.
And you're now looking at the group, and you can drill down into the job itself.
Okay, so that tells me more information
And could you expand
on my,
the widget?
um,
Like increase its height.
oh, this here?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't mind, just looking at bits of it as long as I can do the comparison before, back and forth. Bring that back up a bit. So here I'm seeing the speed. Okay. Yeah, that's very handy.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I like this, being able to just take a quick look here, see that the last run was successful. If there's any problems, here's when the schedule is, which this, of course, was a run-on-demand one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good. I like that little capsulated information up there. Okay.
Okay, so so I'm very happy as of now. I thank you so much. You have provided the most wonderful feedback.
Okay.
And so, do you have any other questions or comments?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, looking forward to meeting with you again.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.